Hey, welcome back, guys. Before we go on with this build, I'm going to walk you through and show you what we did and why we did it the way we did it. First, don't pay attention to that. That fits my Celica, and the parts for that are on their way. Next week, I'll be putting that back together and hopefully be able to drive the car, not this weekend, but next weekend. So what did we do? We swapped final drives and gear sets. Okay, so as far as the ring gear goes, that was simple. All we had to do is take the old ring gear off, which all that stuff is in this box. The ring gear and the gear sets in this box. And then here's the ones that we're using here. So all we did is swap that ring gear with that one. Swap them over. Okay, just flip them like that. No problem. Okay, now, since that's the final drive we wanted right here, okay, why can't we just take all the gears off of this one and take all the gears off of that one and swap them around and put all of those gears on this final drive, this pinion? Well, the reason is because we'd have to do that job twice. All these gears would have to come off, and all of those gears would have to come off, because we'd take those and bring those over and put it on this pinion. And of course, then we could use this gear set the way it is. Okay, so that's a lot of work. That's double work. So all those would be swapped over to this pinion. All these would just go away. We could throw them in the trash basically, and we would be using just this pinion gear. All right. So what did we do? We changed the bearing on that side, and we took the bearing off and put the collar and the shim on this side. So that's all we had to do. So we didn't have to pull any gears off or any gears apart or anything like that. The only thing we really did is we swapped the ring gears on the center section. We took the older style gear set, okay, older in age. This is actually a newer style transmission. This is the older style transmission. So what we did is we swapped it out so that we can use the newer style bearings on the older style shaft. Hope I'm explaining that correctly. So again, instead of trying to take this pinion out and install all of those gears on, which means we'd have to disassemble that shaft and disassemble that shaft, take all those gears, put it on this shaft. That'd be a real. I've done it, but it's kind of a headache, and all of that would be the only reason we'd want to do that is just so we don't have to mess with anything on this shaft. But since I had some extra parts laying around, all we had to do again was just change your top bearing and put that collar on. And these collars and these shims, I'll leave a link in the description below if you're ever interested in doing something like this. Not a link rather, but the part numbers that you can order them from Vintage Parts. They're out of Texas, I believe, and I gotta tell you, the parts, they're not that expensive. These come like 5 in a bag. I think the shims come either 5 or 10 in a bag, and I've done this is probably about number 20 or 21 of these transmissions I've done for myself and other people. But you can get them okay and everything, but be ready to pay through the nose for shipping. They pack it well. There's no problem there. But boy, I tell you what, they rake you over the coals with shipping. So again, what we did, swap the ring gears, changed that bearing, took this bearing off, put the collar on, and that's it. We're going to take this entire older style gear set and put in the newer style transmission. So it should fit pretty good. Right down there. Like and subscribe.